The next effect we're going to add is going to be a delay. We're going to set this to be after the distortion and before these other effects. And what we're going to do here is similar to what I did in my last Barely Alive bass tutorial. We're going to be linking the left and right delay channels so they play at the same speed. And we're going to set a very fast speed for the delay so it makes a tonal sound. I'm going to set the feedback and the mix up so we can hear more of the sound before we dial it back. And let's see what we've got so far. That's actually a pretty cool sound. I think I could use that in some place. But that's not what we're going for, so we'll scale this back a lot. We'll click on either the left or the right delay. It doesn't matter because they're both linked. And I want this to be at a really fast speed. I think we could go for about 2.37 right here. Now we'll throw LFO2 onto either one of these. Again, it doesn't matter because they're both the same. And by default, we get this kind of glitchy sound, which is pretty cool, but once again, we're not going for that today. So we're going to scale this way back just to add a little bit of modulation. The cool thing about modulating the delay with this method is that it actually makes the bass sound like it's going up and down in pitch, but it's really not. It's just the delay doing all the work. I think we could go for about 4 with the modulation. That gives us just enough of that sound. I'm going to turn the feedback down now. We'll leave that at 30%. And we'll also turn down the mix, but not too much. 37% will work. We're going to be adding some more modulation with our next effect. We're going to add on a phaser, and this can stay where it is inside of the effect track. It doesn't need to move. We're going to set the rate down at 0 Hz, so we have a static phaser that we can modulate by ourselves. We'll also set the depth down to be 0%, and I think the frequency can probably stay where it is. Let's go back over to LFO2, and we'll throw that onto the frequency knob. And that's a little bit too heavy, so we'll scale that back. Ooh, I like it at about 26 or 27. So we'll go for 26. And we'll turn that mix down so we don't have too much of the phasing sound. We'll go for 40%. Right there. The next effect we're going to add on is going to be a compressor. And what we're going to do here is we're going to turn on multiband. And let's crank up that gain so we can have that nice, punchy, compressed sound. You can hear that the multiband compressor does a great job of really bringing out the best parts of this sound and making it pop. We'll go for about 9 dB on the gain. And finally, for our last effect, let's throw on a reverb. And I'm not going to do a whole lot with the reverb here. The reverb settings are kind of up to you, especially if you're going to be using this bass in a song. It'd be nice to tweak the reverb a little bit so it fits your song. I think I'll just turn the mix down a little bit. We could maybe decrease the size. And I'll turn the low cut up a little bit so the reverb doesn't become too muddy. Actually, I think I'll turn down the mix just a little bit more. And there we have our finished sound.